How does it feel to be constantly locked in your head? How does it feel to have conscious thoughts, yet your mind is constantly fighting against you? What is it like? We, a Collective, is a set of 5 doors showcasing the many experiences of era survivors and victims between 2032 and 2043. In my main story, the era is a global natural disaster where the Earth actively combats centuries worth of pollution, overuse of resources, and substances put into it by erupting a glitchy tar out of the inner core onto the crust, destroying entire civilizations and biomes as a form of secondary evolution. This eventually leads to a period of quarantine and a 50% increase of protests of all kinds. Now, you might be thinking, I hear that, but why? If I were to tell you the entire background story, we'd be here for 40 minutes, so maybe I'll save that for another video? Regardless, what's the deal with the graphics? What about Door 1? Door 1 is titled Limbo, which is one of the deeper layers of the era, and is second closest to the inner core. It revolves around a worker for the Reaper workplace by the alias Hazmat who is deployed into this era to study the wildlife, those who are still living, and the biological makeup of the land, at least in setting. While Limbo is mechanically limited and narratively hard to read at first, it is a way of converting a piece of my brain into a physical picture and coping with my mindset in the current state of the world. Around the store, you will see strange creatures who seem to say nonsensical things, odd situations, rust everywhere, and questionable opinions, of some MCs. We got rappers in here? What the fuck? Actually, while we're here, editing me, yeah, you mark this part in the timeline as a new section. You got it? Okay. We're going to talk about the mindset behind door 1. The night after I published the rant video, I took some time to think about what exactly I was going to upload. I was good at building and texture work, so why not make another showcase? I wanted this to be big though, so I started immediately jotting down ideas in my sketchbook of how I wanted it to look. I wanted the player to begin in a door section similar to Yume Nikki, where they could go through doors to different showcases, with a twist. You could only go through the next door if you completed the previous one. This would also unlock bios of prominent characters in that door with their own renders and small blurbs about them. After that, I went to bed and started the next day by getting some main systems going. Got some good progress today, even though I told myself yesterday I was going to try not to touch OBS for a while. I'm not going to touch any editing software, but I really want to show this. I found this tutorial for the over-the-shoulder camera, and somebody in the description made it less janky, so now we have this. I shifted it further to the side to match a vision I had, which I'll put on screen now, whenever I edit this a month or so at a time. I have this little health vial I plan on fixing at some point, and I updated the dialogue text thing that I normally use for my own characters. So we have this one. I'll take Adele for 200.
Adele won an Oscar for her song from this 2012 James Bond movie. What the fuck do you want?
Uptown Funk?
Yes, that's
I'll
right.
I'll take Adele for 200.
Wrong. Oh my god, yes! No!
Which is the red box. There would be a little icon of the person right there, but I'm thinking of scrapping that idea. Then you gotta click away. Then... So, my only issue is I wanted it to be something to where if you click on anything, it would refer the ROBLOX asset ID based off of something in the string, but because the dialogue script was already heavily reliant on strings in general, it just confused it. It didn't tell me anything was wrong, but it didn't play like I wanted it to. So I just reverted to the idea of having it be, it refers to the sound name in a folder by like getting the children. But I also don't know really how to do that. So I'm just going to have it be scripts, which means I'm going to have to minimize the amount of interactions I have, so all of these scripts are going crazy. But it's also a a one-person game, so I don't think it'd be that much of an issue, but I am kind of proud of this. This is made in the same day. I just recorded a time-lapse of me making the UI box, which is inspired by Venus in Psychopomp 1 and Gold, with kind of a mix of Mercury's and Psychopomp Gold, or 1 and Gold. But you just see I'm just kind of messing around with some stuff, some textures, coloring over some stuff. Nothing really that crazy. That later got ported into the thing, so yay, 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 yay! So, I managed to get a custom morph. Ignore the decal. Why is this thing? Right now it's using VDGP's walk script. I actually want to lower the speed to that a lot more. I just gotta make the thing reflect. I'll go ahead and fix whatever. My clips are so like organized but disorganized. The only organization they're in is by day. So I think at this point I'm just gonna dump my script completely and go based off of what I have. In this clip right here, I'm actually making the idol and the walk for Hazmat. I'm not the greatest animator, but I've had Moon Animator since like 2019 for free before it got paywalled and then paywalled even further. So like big dubs. But yeah, I just really want it to be simple. I don't want too much going on with him. I don't know what's going on with mine. Like whenever I do Control Z or when I try to remove something in there, it does it in the workspace. Maybe I clicked something like a year or two ago that made it do that, but I'm just gonna let this play a little for you guys. Or actually, yeah, no, a lot of these are just gonna be like animation clips that I had put in like 1 or 2 Discord servers. So I'm gonna move from 400 times to like 800 times, I think. Sure, why not? Music cue. This took me like 17, 18 minutes, just about. But I'll also show some of the animation clips I put in Discord for some of the others. All of these animations are between the 22nd and the 26th. I better not hear any jokes. No. Kid you not, I have this clip sped up by 1,830 something times. It is like actually insane, but basically I'm taking the base of the filler building and working around that. I was gonna have the side part, but I removed that later on. That building specifically though is basically just a carbon replica of another rundown, it looked like a rundown factory building that, no surprise, I found on Pinterest. Wish I could have back searched this. Looks, all these images are saying like, one of these images says Italy, the Tbilisi Sky Bridge in Georgia? That's in Georgia? Actually, no. Yeah. It's in Tbilisi, Georgia, I think. Looks like a rundown factory building with a sky bridge. And I'm like really taking advantage of the custom materials I have, as well as some other decals at my disposal from a nature pack that I got. But I think it looks good. I think it looks great. Obviously I didn't include anything at the back. You're only gonna see it from the front because you're gonna teleport after you walk through that black door, so I wasn't really too concerned with having it look detailed on every side. Yay! This right here is also me making a render for the Strange Lady, or it's Strange Lady, but this is really just some kid. She's called Strange Girl, but I don't want Roblox to be me, so she's called Strange Lady. I don't know what was going on with Blender when I exported the things. It gave like this really weird fade to it, but it didn't really bother me that bad, so I left it. Now the funny part about the Strange Girl is she's literally just inspired off of the tutorial girl in Psychopomp, which she's actually in Psychopomp 2 now, according to the trailer or something, which is really funny. I think it's called, the tutorial girl in Psychopomp has like no arms. She just has legs. She has like this skirt on. Like, apparently we can get a better view of her in Psychopomp 2 because we can actually see her face. In Psychopomp 1 you can't see her face, but she, like, when she talks to Mercury, she has like this mask over her face, kind of like a seer type of thing. But isopod girl. This right here, I'm testing the particles I added, which I think they look really good. For the majority of testing though, I had them turned off so I didn't have like a frame drop or anything. But they look really good and I'm really happy. Literally all I did was take the default appearance of the thing, of the particle, the default particle, did some acceleration, speed, changed the minimum, maximum size, whatever. And what else did I do? I did flipbook 2x2 and it kind of gave it this weird like pixelated look that I really liked and I used way more often. So cheers to me. Okay, so I'm trying to test this teleportation script, and for some reason, like, it works. Like, you can see my output, it's fine. But for some reason, it locked my camera, and it gave this weird tank control. It blocks the objects I have back here. It gave this weird tank control look that I'm honestly not even mad with. I'm not mad at it at all, but now I know that it works. Right here, I'm fixing the script to make sure the transition effect isn't as long, but it's also not too short. I eventually adjust it for specific doors too later so that they're different, but nothing too crazy or out of order. I'd have to change the time of day too, I just realized. What if I turn this to black? Oh my god, I can barely see. Ooh. That's actually kind of cool. Wait, I like this actually. It kind of looks like one of those really creepy ARG unloaded skyboxes, where you're just kind of like trapped in the void. If you put like a pixelated composite filter over this would look crazy. I might do that for a thumbnail. Let me find something to jot.
Unfortunately, since this is a ROBLOX graphical bug, I cannot guarantee it will work in the future. However, as of this video, it works just fine.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on. But it's fog start, fog end, and we don't have fog start, fog end anymore. Because they removed it in order to add atmosphere. So, yeah, no, I definitely want to try something like this. If you are sensitive to bright lights or bright colors or anything of that nature, I cannot stress you enough. Either skip to the time above or just be prepared. That is your final warning. So I just accidentally found out how to do that. So you basically just give it a Jesus Christ. Oh, that's cool. Okay, no. I'm gonna jot that down too. I just accidentally found it out. So a lot of progress has been made since I last said anything. Firstly, added another box, but that's gonna be for later. I have managed to make it to where there's like a pretty much 90 to 100% chance that the audio is loading when you start your thing, because, and give me a moment while I do that, because when you load in, there's a loading screen, and this is just taking the one I've used for my previous games. It's just basically reiterating some stuff. So when I get the particle effects back in here, it should make life 10 times easier. Probably should just add more weighted challenge and stuff. So then when you walk in here, you get the teleport, and then everything gets darker. That's because the atmosphere shifts to these when you step through that. I've also added more lights around so it's easier to see, and more little creatures. So I'll show you. These are hard to see, and I don't know if I want that to be purposeful or not, to where you could easily miss them. Okay, what are we doing? And now we have notes. Actually, let me just pull it up in my thing really fast for you guys. So, for some reason, it does not want to look at my audio player.
That's a wonderful
So
idea.
I'm just gonna do what I had from the beginning and pull it up on this dumb freaking thing. Hold on. Here we are. This looks so bad, but just trust me on this. This is actually sped up to 128, like just barely. And then you kind of get the idea from there. So we have this little really bad, real nasty sounding little thing, because they do not sound like they're the same key, but I think they are. I don't know. I like that sound a lot. And then we have another version of this. Then this part, which is kind of weird. It's just, I don't know what I had in mind for that. Then this. Really kind of nice little, like, then we have a very quiet wheel up in the background. I think we're good. It's just kind of loud. Without keeping you there for 3 million years, I'm just adding more teleport starts and exits pieces around and making more rooms. So, and adjusting coding, scripting here and there. I'll let it play a little bit for you, but I don't want to waste y'all's time too much, so I'll cut it after a certain point. Like this really nasty looking. That's a decal. Another quick progress check. I just want to show something I think is honestly really scary, because it scared me the first time I opened it up to see if it worked. And I don't know if this is going to become annoying if you sit in there too long. I'm probably not going to add too much in that room for that reason, but here we go. The track that plays in that area is called Digestion, and that's where it triggers. And I'm just adjusting a bunch of volumes and stuff. So another fun progress check. I started, or technically kind of am touching up a new area. This looks a lot better in the dark. But it's just, this is kind of the snapshot I had from when I originally came up with the idea of making more showcases. It's like this really, obviously I gotta put stuff underneath, this really disgusting looking cell room. Just completely abandoned, horrible, like no care taken for it whatsoever. And I'm starting to put more NPCs around you can talk to, like the steel nymphs. This one is probably my favorite. And I'm finally getting some erosion men around. I don't know where exactly I'm gonna put them, but that is future me's problem, aka me in probably 10 minutes. Not exactly an amount I would like, because if it's a showcase you would, well, actually the term showcase in Roblox is kind of an umbrella term. A showcase, but like the normal way I view a showcase on Roblox is if you're trying, is like something you want to show, which is the build and the dialogue. I'm not focused on mechanics or anything of that type. I'm just focused strictly on the setting, world building, and that's it. Some people will do like scripting showcases. Others will do whatchamacallit. Some may do like VFX showcases or just stuff. Just stuff. And me, my thing would be a whatchamacallit. My thing would be a build showcase for the most part. That's like the best way I can explain it, I guess. So not a lot of emphasis on find my barrier floors, because this is like irritating me to a limit. No more saying cuss words. I just don't want it to Z-fight. That's my other issue. I really don't want it to Z-fight. That would be like a nightmare. Like, actually, I'm going to do some planning, because I gotta write more of the notes down. This is the thing I've kind of been going through. I have my hotbar blacked out. There's nothing bad on my hotbar. I just don't want people to see my hotbar or my email. So let's lock in now. we will be here forever if I let that keep playing. So I'm just gonna cut it short, or shorter. This is just me basically going through what there is so far and everything. Just running around, going through areas. And we are in the cell. I have to leave soon. So we have the fragmented. Go back. Go back. Originally I wanted them to be red, but I feel like they would clash too much with the erosion men. And like just the setting in general, like I want them to pop out. So I might honestly give them their own section, because the strange lady was supposed to just have her own area. But I'm content with like, what the, whoa. Lag galore. All the gems are mine to keep. Ignore this girl. She's gonna come in later. Yeah, I like that. It's just a weird core angel sound. Literally. Or maybe I might make the fragmented like under her. My frames are dropping very fast. I'm kind of concerned about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these fellas around. Very quick thing while I'm here. I have started on another area. I'm calling these creatures grimes because like they're grimy looking, kind of unidentifiable because they have like bags over their head and everything, that are at like kitchen table drinking bleach with a fragmented on the side. Now the idea I kind of had randomly for this spot was that one scene in, was it the RE7 remake, or was it RE5 or RE7 remake, where they go to the house and it's just like this really disgusting looking table that's just full of stuff, like nasty, disgusting looking food. That's the idea for this thing. So quick reality check. This is going to be like a weird room, like a really weird room. Like it doesn't look weird, it's just weird commentary, you know what I mean? But not like I should get banned type deal. And a lot of recent inspirations have kind of popped up, I'm not gonna lie. Mostly having to do with kind of like the idea of intrusive thoughts is kind of now leaking into this. And I'm also thinking that let me look, hold on, I really want to do something like this for the thumbnails. Would be amazing, like the PlayStation 2 like game cartridge backs, like a mix of PlayStation 2 and like the Wii. Like I still have a copy of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Wii. My parents got in I don't know if it was 2000 and when did the Wii come out actually? Hold on. Let me double check. So the Wii was released in 2006. When was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing released to the Nintendo Wii? Minus AI. Or 2010. Okay. So we probably got it in 2011.
We're coming for you!
This. Why did it turn so late?
We've got an all-star in place, so strap yourself in, race fans. Eggman's unleashing his rocket. Take
Whoa. Move, kid. Move, kid. You. How did he get in front of me? Oh.
race.
Yeah?
We'll be right back with more.
Honestly. Do they have like pictures of the cartridge? Okay, so like this is what it looks like from the front. For some reason there's no pictures of the back. But like, ooh, even something like this with a like if I make a 3D model of the thumbnail. Oh, here we go. Where it like shows like the CD and then the okay, no, I gotta go in Fire Alpaca right now and do this. Hold on. So we're in Fire Alpaca now. We're gonna open a new board. I'm gonna call it We okay. Oh.
Taking a bomb! Sorry. I just dropped my phone!
Oh my god.
You're Aaron and... Whoa! Who's this baby with, Jaeger? That's Armin, and he's not a girl. Hey there, Armin. So what do you like to do? I like to read.
I literally could not tell you this is happening. Like I'm so serious. It just keeps breaking out of absolutely nowhere, and I don't know if it's because of like send ping overload or reloading too many times, but I just want to make sure my stuff works. I'm not trying to be janky, because why would I release something janky? Okay, and like, why are we not working? Like, what do you mean empty code received? What is empty? Oh. This is the one thing of why people don't like to do development, is the troubleshooting and bug testing. Funny, look what you did with it. Killing it. Afterlife. I got better than those sprites. Believe it. We just go over the lyrics. We just go over the lyrics. I don't know what, and if I don't hear you, I gotta remember to look in the mirror and take an identity quick. Then you can count me out, but not a counting infinity, bitch. I got amenities, don't give a fuck if I come opportunities, bitch. Energy, God face, God body. I'm out here flexing for God body. All out. Don't make a noise, clone line with proper snow clone. It's not a punchline, bitch. That's a low blow. It's crunch time, bitch. I'm crunching numbers like I'm a comet. They like what that mean. I'm mixing serial numbers with comments. Cool. With the mic, Gandhi shadows my spirit, but just show me the light. Feeling to make it enough for sure. I make it back. Might have drank too much, but I for sure I make it back. Hey yo, Raz, how much should I charge him for this school? Arm and a leg and 2 extra prosthetics, eh? If the internet's alive, then who am I to show to prove? True, life is but a dream. It's been too busy dropping covers, too busy on CC sharing sessions, try to beat the summer. Just release a BP. Wait, what? End stage to couch. Egg stage to couch. I don't know how I flunked that badly. Why am I in the void? Okay. It's time to go into the void. It's time to go into the void. But I don't want to go into the void, but I gotta go there anyway. That's where I belong, no matter what I do or say. I'm gonna go into the void, go into the void, go into the void. Please don't go into the void. Thank you. And now we just break. Now we just completely fucking break. What did I do? What did I do? Enter couch from stage. So you go from here. Okay, yeah. Door and... Oh my god, it's Unc! That's my Unc. Ignore the noises. Anyway. Feeling very demotivated this week. Not... Well, like, I kind of know why, but I also don't. Anyway, we have this room, kind of inspired by another image I had. I am not satisfied with the clipping between the wallpaper, so I just kind of slapped some, frames in between. I gotta fix this. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do for this area. I'm not really getting any, like, strong ideas or concepts for it, not even inspiration. So I believe it might just be time to move to a new area and see where that takes me. We have 27 interactables total. Some dialogues are longer, so if somebody were to go through all of them, and since you can't auto skip, I would say at a minimum, maybe 5 minutes. At most, maybe 10 to 15. So now I have to think, how do I want to progress this? And the notes are pretty long too, so really, yeah, let's say at most probably 10 minutes. I keep almost dropping my phone. I've been going through Pinterest, trying to find some inspiration of some stuff I could maybe do. Mostly paying attention to a lot of Silent Hill or like early Resident Evil images, like maybe RE3. Is it RE3? Like ones that aren't overly bloody and would get me like. This image from Silent Hill 4 is literally just a Yume Nikki thing. Yume Nikki balcony. Hold on, let me show you. This thing. It's just like a different style of it. So literally I could just rip this and have it be like a fun little reference. Yumeniki 3D on accident, I think. Oh god. So if we take a look at this, Madotsuki is pretty short, right? So if we look at this in stud measurement, the Robloxian character is about 3 studs tall, maybe. Ooh, I really want popcorn right now. Like if I were to shrink this wall right now, they're about, essentially the process that I'm using here is that I'm comparing Madotsuki to the average player height. Now in there I should have actually made it smaller. She should not be 4 studs tall. I feel like she would really be 2 studs tall, since that is just some lady. But I use those rough stud conversions to make the actual platform of the area, since it's a direct reference to Silent Hill 4 and Yume Nikki. Pretty simple.
Sit in it. Sit in it.
I am.
Height accurate depiction
Oh,
between
flag.
me and
Go ahead.
persistence. Stand still. Hold on. Yay! It does work. It's beautiful. Oh my god! Wait, I'm so happy. Okay. It's just now. This needs to be fixed. It looks like I'm using this down thing. So with Haz, he specifically has, this is like a sprite from like 2023, by the way. So even in his past life, he does have a bob. So I'm gonna try to find a bob for that, or maybe I'm gonna make a custom Ahoge for him. For this, I'm going to steal Bloodsport Loki's face. I'm sorry, OG, but it's gotta be done. Actually, let me go on the marketplace and see if there's like a bandage face. here in this section, I'm making like the fake advisory labels and all of the things you would normally see on a Wii cartridge. I think it adds a lot of character and a lot of surprising development to the design of the thumbnails that I love so much. Originally, I made it Re13. I don't remember if I left that there or not, but looks good. Okay, so I did a lot of tuning and ended up with this. Back to the thing. Now that we're back at it, I'm going to take a few things. Household. Oh, that's freaking tiny. Ugh. If I scale this up, it's gonna look so blurry. What if I put posterization over it? Will that? I like the posterization. That helps. I'm completely like, sorry, like I was looking at a message. I'm so profusely against AI that because of just the way the internet is now, it's so hard to tell whether or not something is AI. So I try to steer as clear from anything looking remotely AI as possible with my works, which I shouldn't have to worry about that, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. If I saw this on the Roblox homepage, I'd geek out. Like, I would tweak. Like, this is something I would pick up in, like, a Best Buy in, like, 2010 or 2011 and be like, my parents would look at me sideways like, kid, why do you want this? And I'd be like, it looks fucking cool. This is so fucking gas. I'm like geeking out, I'm sorry. Like, this is like the apex of like my showcasing, my showcase works as a whole right now. Oh. This is so gas. Oh, I'm gonna tweak out. This is so gas. Layers cannot be saved in this format. Do me a favor. Hey, so actually, ignore the 1,000. What was drawing my versus skins? It's me. Finals week is over, but I have not built anything in 2 days, and the chat restriction is already getting rolled out. So now I'm stressed about player engagement, because even though my game, like this game is not impacted by chat because it doesn't use this chat at all, I just know there's already a lot of people moving off the platform and it's making me scared. So there's these specific things in Psychopomp, actually, right? There's these little TVs in this specific level. I got to pull it up on Steam. Sorry about that. to be like. We're going to go to Children's Hospital. There's a specific area in Children's Hospital. I want this area to be inspired off of. It's like a mix of public school and Children's Hospital and catacombs. With all like the high societal figures. This whole space is supposed to critique like medicine, healthcare. Well, I think American healthcare is what it's based meant to criticize. So I want this last area to have like this going on. Like the moving TVs and like the really glitched out textures. I don't think I'll have like the blobs on them. But like, I think that's... Who's this one? Play-Doh. That's the word I definitely can't say on YouTube now, since they're putting more money into AI moderation for some fucking reason. Thanks, game. We have Cleopatra. Cleopatra's looks really crazy. This is Alexander the Great. Yeah. So like, I want it to be inspired off of like this type of setup, and I'm actually gonna like. Okay, I was gonna say, did my Steam thing not save? Yeah, I want these like hectic moving TVs and stuff. So what I'm going to do is try to recreate these same like bilateral textures, like bilateral hectic textures with like they did not transfer. So, oh my god, my phone is going off. So, gulp, I don't know. This area guaranteed is either going to lag people out, make the receive ping worse, or whatchamacallit, your content deleted, and let's hope it's not the third option. I do not like that bar that's below me just because I personally wouldn't use it. But here we have the Figment. I don't know what I'm gonna do with his audio sound effect just yet, but I'm leaving it for right now. I'm gonna... Me, how could you not know me? I have been a piece of your mind before you could do algebra. I am your intrusion. I am your bedbug, your fear, and the possible personally packaged and delivered to your brain. Oh, it's because they're invisible. Hold on. They shouldn't be invisible. Dialog box. Are they even visible? Visible. Oh, I understand why. But actually, let's go through the game again. Because I haven't looked at it in a while. I want to see if I can scare myself. yeah, I gotta add the thing over the table. A blank wooden table gone with age. I'm not sure if those leads can supply anymore. I'm gonna have to hide the things. I think I'm gonna put a light above them that flickers. Just so it's easier to identify the first few. So boring. I can't fight people. I'm like, okay, go back to playing your blocks first. And you're, what the hell? What the fuck? Oh, that was so scary. What is happening? Help? What the fuck? What? Sure. That's my sign to take a break. I'm thinking, actually, what if I give it, like, its own skybox? Like, hold on. Let me go into a game that I'm thinking of. One of my favorite, games of all time right now, pizza game. It has one of my, whatchamacallit. The skybox reminds me of, like, 2013 Pixel Gun 3D. Where it's like, that really pixelated down texture. It's like the Sephoth. Is it Sephoth or Sephoth? Rip. Ice? Is that a boom cannon or an i6? That's an i6 boom cannon. It has like this really, like look at that. Like I want something like that. This is gonna be an arena battle. Hey, so this is editing me here again. I literally just locked in and played pizza game for maybe like 40 minutes. I'm not gonna cut the footage out, so I might just montage it. You know what? Good luck. I redefined and added more detail to the end area, and that's pretty much it. I gotta add the music for it and do trailer, but not too much today. I'm taking it easy, trying not to rush myself despite the whole Roblox thing, so yay! This is going to be a pretty long section of just time lapse, so just be mentally prepared for that. That morning, I really just spent time on the actual starter place section and tried to get a script going for like the door selection, but I kind of gave up halfway. I was just too tired of it. And then I worked on the trailer, uploaded it, fun and dandy, nice and cool. And I also worked on some badges by photo bashing a bunch of random ceramic tiling I found on Pinterest. I'm really hoping that tiling is not AI. I think the glazing and everything just makes it look like it, and then me scaling it up, the quality is just how it is, but I'm gonna leave out to it. It is a frosty day in the 3Y3CE town. This column right here is actually inspired off of a medieval gothic column I found on Pinterest for one of the classes in my degree. One of them just happened to be medieval gothic directly after, so. Which, fun fact actually, looking through my notes here from the part about Gothic Europe, I had written down in my notes in my book. Gothic is actually an insult during the Renaissance that reflects Renaissance bias, where they consider medieval perspective or medieval architecture monstrous and barbarous. And it doesn't reflect how medieval people actually see their buildings. So that's actually pretty cool. I think it's really unique how art historians and people in general look at certain things and name these periods. Later on, I threw everything into the page and uploaded the trailer. So yay! That's fun. Editing me, put my thumbs up. Yep. Yay. Okay, so I was wondering why part of the badge was working, but also not. And because I kept noticing there was an underline on the thing for the script for the badge awarding. And then I looked again on it and I saw the little dash across, and I'm like, there's no way they deprecated award badge. And I guess they deprecated it a long time ago, because I'm looking at the documentation and it's just straight up gone. Okay, so here I'm troubleshooting the script, trying to fix some things a lot, mostly trying to figure out why the sound won't work, and so I end up making like 2 other badges to try to get this thing to troubleshoot, and I eventually get it to work through some trial and error, like the one you're about to see now. Oh, wait. Is that a local script that he's writing that down on? Oh, it's in server script service. I'm such a bum. Is that why it's not working? Because it's not in server script service? Badge icon is not a valid member. And despite my experience with working with ROBLOX screen GUI, I totally forgot that the script that he had given at that section was wrong, because instead of badge icon and the asset ID link, it should be badge icon dot image equals the asset linked game badge service to link it back to the icon badge icon. Great. Oh, you know what? Oh my god. Badge icon dot image equals icon image ID. Oh my god. Yeah. But now the text isn't there and the sound isn't loading. Then this is the extra sanity decline, where I'm trying to figure out why the sound won't load, And that's because I have a sound in a script in server script service. You have to put the sound in the workplace for it to play. So, I don't know, problem solving skills. You need those. I pray. There we go. Okay. We finally got it to work. Jesus Christ. And then please go away. There we go.
Viewport frames in Roblox Studio. Think of viewport frames as a second workspace.
Oh, okay.
Insert them into the viewport frame. Scroll down.
Oh, okay. And because I am just so ambitious, I spend the next maybe 20 to 30 minutes following or applying the knowledge I learned from a really good YouTube short on viewport display frames, and making this really cool spinny door effect that I was really adamant on having, because I feel like you see that in a lot of old 90s to early 2000s games. Ooh, funny black background, you open the door, in freaking 480p. Please ignore the album covers in the top right corners for me writing some extra bios, some that didn't actually make it into the thing. But that switches later on. I did not mean for that thing to pop up right there. After this, I'm also just messing around with the doors some more and just adding a lot more quality of life stuff like hover sound effects and click sound effects. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. What the hell? I'm sick and tired. Okay, so maybe another door is possible. And obviously I can't move, I can't jump. So I think the next thing, honestly, would be to make a track for this place. And then it's, like, done. I think that might be... This is where I went ahead and just started making the shittiest shit you've ever heard, and I think I unironically found the industrial clang sound effect, like open clang, that Carbonic uses for the Psychopomp soundtrack. So that's goodies. I call that a great pull. this sounds so crazy. I feel like these should be... Can you stop? Now, while I'm really happy with how this turned out and the kind of like uncanny but somewhat industrial, like out of universe sound I was able to create, I literally fought with the with uploading development assets in the Roblox creator thing for literally 30 minutes straight. But yeah, no, I was struggling. I looked at forums and everything, and eventually it just decided to work and upload it. So 30 minutes of my life put to waste trying to wait for a single audio clip. Between you and me, I just want to say that this clip is going at 4,851 speed. 4,000. So many like visual bugs kept persisting, and even though like the scripts themselves were fine, the over-the-shoulder camera just wouldn't work half the time in an actual server outside of studio. And then the camera in the doggone starter place would always be on the wrong side, even though it was tilted correctly and it was working. So like, I don't know if it's just my laptop, I don't know if it's just because I'm not using next gen studio interface or what. Like, I genuinely cannot tell you what it could possibly be, or if it's just some syntax error. But I became fed up with it at a certain point and just decided to call it a day. I have way too much footage for today to really like play it all, so I'm just gonna condense it down the best I can. I basically used this day to finalize some things and try to squish as many bugs as I humanly could. But as you saw in the beginning, some things still persisted. Other things I just totally forgot to change, like the ID for, which I'll probably change after uploading this. But I'm at the point now where I've hit burnout with this particular build. I love building different universes and stuff, but the one gripe with me as a creative is that if I look at one thing for too long, I'll just get completely burnt out of it, or I won't want to touch it or have anything to do with it for like another year. So to save myself the burnout, I just decided to cut the area short. But for this, I just hope that it puts into perspective how long it takes to actually develop something. Normally for showcase games like these where you talk to people, I take like half a year to do it. I don't have that kind of time. So I'm debating on having that be the only door and just having it be a dead game. But that really just depends. I'll come back to this if I feel like it, or if the Roblox platform hasn't gone to shit, because it currently is going to shit. Family friendly terms: skip David Bazooki, skip Kaufman, skip all of them. I do not support whatever agenda they have going on with all this AI bull and this wanting to add dating and everything, but I've been using this platform since 2018, and it has helped me through so much things. I have met so many different people. Oh, I just hit my mic. I would have never really been on social media if I didn't play Roblox. So, like, and I'm not on social media a lot, as is, like, in terms of platform. I think, for what it's worth, this was a good outlet for me. Now, I wouldn't do this repeatedly. Again, it really depends on how I feel, but right now that this video is done and I'm going to publish it the same day as I'm talking to you right now, I want to relax in my bed this Christmas, draw my OCs, play my games, try to get on Minecraft and not fall off after 2 weeks, hop on Pizza Game, and sit my behind down before I gotta go back to getting this education and this degree. So, thank you for being patient with me. I have no idea how this is gonna do in terms of retention, but I don't really care about it at this point. This has turned into kind of like a tiny passion project, and I'm very impressed with myself and proud of myself that I was able to keep myself engaged with something digital like this for this long. And I think the 1 month is actually pretty nice because I'm not really rushing myself. I'll probably do something smaller though for the month of January. I'm not too sure what, but I'll think on it in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So love y'all, stay creative, and take care of yourself, please. It's been a rough few months, but you gotta hang on. In the wise words of Real Lows, not me, not you, not much to do, but keep pushing through, that's the truth. No matter what happens throughout this life, look in the mirror and find the proof. Look in that damn mirror. Thank you.
I'm watching.
What the fuck do you mean what's wrong with my legs? I don't have legs.
Hello, little people.
Talk about the voices in your head.
You can have
I didn't hear you.
Oh,
so
thank you. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I had to do a click shift.
Here, you want some corn? I want a corn. Oh.
If you eat your vegetables, you get big and strong.
I'm big and strong without my fucking vegetables.